If you're anything like me, you love watching salary breakdown videos from other creators. You find it fascinating to see how other people are making money and like how different businesses can be, even if they're in the same category. I love those types of videos. So today I'm going to attempt to break down my 2023 income and share that with you. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jordan. I like to share creative crafts and small business tips on my channel. So if you're into that, hit subscribe and follow along. So for me, 2023 was interesting to say the very least. I started off the year telling myself that I was going to take my business in a different direction. Long story short, without getting into all the nitty gritty, I was super burnt out in 2022. And not just like, oh, I'm exhausted from having to pack orders, like actual full-on burnout, and it was set on because of the company I was working for. It took me a really long time to even want to be creative again. And because of that, my mom just started doing orders for me so that I could keep things getting out, and then bought this house, and one thing after another just kept happening, and it didn't have enough room for inventory, and it just became a thing. So I decided that I wanted to just be fully digital in 2023, and this was different than the previous like 7-8 years, however long I've been doing this. I've always done physical products, and so this was a huge change for me, and it felt like I was failing. It felt like I was giving up on my dreams of all of that stuff. Any negative thought you could think, I thought it, and my self-worth, my self-confidence, everything was the lowest it's ever been, like in my professional life. So 2022 kind of set off a chain of events. Because I was so burnt out, I wasn't designing new things, I didn't feel creative, I wasn't really posting on Instagram, and because I wasn't making new things regularly, wholesale started going down significantly, and my customers didn't have anything new to come to my website for. So sales were just going down, and I saw digital sales were doing decent in 2022. So that's what made me want to push to doing just digital. And boy, was I in for a surprise of what would happen in 2023. Oh my goodness, this was a crazy year. So enough rambling, let's get into the reason you're here. My overall sales were 51% of my income for 2023, and I'm counting sales as anything that I sold on a platform that wasn't wholesale. So I'm talking like Etsy, Shopify, things like that. That is what I'm counting as sales. Freelance was 35%, wholesale was 13%, down from 42% in 2022. And affiliate sales was less than 1%, but it's really hard to track that, and I'll get into that later. So let's take a deep dive on my sales breakdown. My sales numbers are made up of all the platforms I sell on. So Cricut, TikTok, Design Bundles, Creative Fabrica, Shopify, Etsy, Creative Market, and Redbubble. In 2022, digital sales accounted for only 22% of my overall income, which means that even if you took out my TikTok earnings from 2023, I still more than doubled the previous year in sales alone. I think the reason my numbers look better is because I had a pretty terrible 2022 as well. Like, it at least improved, and that's really fun. But a big part of that is because of Cricut. So out of all of the platforms I'm on, Cricut is outshining all of them. It's about 50% of my actual sales came from Cricut. So that's really impressive. And those numbers are only from mid-May till December, which makes it even more impressive. I'm making 7 to 8 times more on Cricut each month than any other platform in such a short amount of time. The fun thing with Cricut is that you don't have to have a large following. You can just post your designs. It's kind of an even playing field because you're not having to worry about mock-ups and the way your listing looks and your logo and all these things that contribute to someone buying from you versus someone else. It's definitely a lot more even on Cricut. You don't have to be this massive designer to be making money. So that's really cool, and I really like that aspect of it. Now, I know I said I stopped selling physical products, but I was seeing everyone kind of blow up on TikTok Shop, and I was like, you know what? I've got thousands, and I mean thousands of stickers and cards on hand. Let me just give this a try. And so one random weekend in July, I think, I just posted some videos, and it blew up. Like, I had my first viral moment because of TikTok Shop, and it was really exciting. I am not someone who gets hundreds and hundreds of orders on a regular basis. I think I got like 200, maybe more orders in like 4 days, most of that being in 2 days. And the funny thing is I was actually going tubing the day after the video went viral, and so I didn't really have internet, so I just came back to land, and I was like, holy crap, just scrolling through everything, keeping everyone updated. It was very exciting for me. So I got to pack all those orders. It was fun to kind of finally have a viral moment and to have one of those moments that everyone talks about where you get to just pack so many orders at once. It was really fun. I love packing orders, and that's another reason why I was really sad to go fully digital, because I just love packing. I would love to like that be my job. So if any small businesses live around me and want that, I would do that for sure. But anyways, that's beside the point. So I made about $2,000 just from that one weekend alone. My stickers sold out, but then I went to my mom's and got more stickers, so now they're back in stock and orders have been trickling in. It wasn't ever like that first weekend because I didn't have enough inventory to keep making videos and keep telling people about it. It was really nice to be able to get rid of inventory that was like a visual reminder of everything I kind of lost and everything I kind of failed at. And I know these cards and stickers aren't looking at me and telling me you suck, you're the worst, but there were times in this year that I just was so down that is kind of what that represented to me. And so to be able to get rid of like 2,000 stickers in 1 week was a huge weight off my shoulders, and I'm very, very thankful for TikTok Shop. So obviously I know that I'm not going to have this amount of income in 2024, but I think Cricut will pick up the slack a little bit, especially because it'll be a full year instead of half the year. My next largest sales stream was design bundles. This was only because I was in a $1 event, and if you don't know anything about the $1 events, they're super popular, or they used to be, and I made $1,000 in 1 day. So besides that, I was only making $20 to $50 a month, which was very low compared to what I used to be making. So sales just had gone down a lot on there prior to this event. But then a couple months later, the CEO decided to close my shop. Yeah, that really happened. I like to post on LinkedIn about a shop owner wanting to close their Design Bundles store and Design Bundles not doing it. The CEO commented on it, and then that day my shop was closed. So an hour or two after he commented and saw that I liked it, my shop was closed. I'm not surprised. It kind of sucked at first to have my shop be closed because I put all of my effort into Design Bundles. It was the only digital platform I ever told people to go shop on, to go visit my store, the only place I used affiliate links. Like, then after they closed my shop, I had to go through all of my blog posts, change the affiliate links over to other platforms, or just remove them in general. And it made me really just question the design world in general, because if a company that I loved so much was going to do that, then what about all these other companies that I don't even really like? Yeah, that was, I cannot believe that happened. Creative Fabrica, Shopify, Etsy, and Creative Market are all doing relatively the same, but Creative Fabrica and my website are doing the best out of the four. I'm hardly making any money on Creative Market, but I still am making some money here and there. I'm hoping that my website and Etsy will pick up steam this year as I put more effort into them. Like I said, all of my effort in the digital world went to Design Bundles, so I'm really hoping that as I focus on other avenues, those pick up. Freelance is something new I started doing this year, and somehow it became 35% of my income, and I didn't expect that. But within my freelance category, I have some reoccurring gigs, Upwork, one-time things, and working for small businesses. At the beginning of the year, I was doing freelance for Design Bundles. I was creating designs for their Plus membership on a weekly basis, so it was making me a good amount of income. Then all of a sudden, they fired most of their Plus designers without any notice, and it was a huge blow. And then like 2 months later was when they closed my shop, so it was like one thing after another. I guess that should be a warning to everyone that your money isn't ever promised. But thankfully, I'm really good at saving money, and I have money saved up from previous years, so it's not the end of the world. I can fall back on that, but it still did really suck. I also do some videos for Creative Fabrica, and if you follow them, you have probably seen some of my videos. It is really cool. It was something that I never expected to do. The opportunity kind of landed in my lap. It was a world of creativity I hadn't really used before. So I've learned how to use my Cricut, how to use vinyl, how to make wood signs. I've made so many things, keychains, like there's just a whole world of creativity that was open to me that I had never done before. And it almost became like a hobby to me because it was so different than anything I was used to. Yeah, that was really cool, and I'm really proud of that, and I'm really happy I kind of stuck with it and that I learned so much this year in the crafting Cricut world. I also started doing some work for some small businesses, which is really, really cool. This has probably been one of the most rewarding things I've done this year because I get to make a difference in someone's life. And I mean, I know I'm such a small part in their business, but to know that I'm taking a weight off their shoulder is really, really nice. And I look forward to helping them in 2024 as long as they have me. I was forced to have a routine with this, so I'm really, if someone else is relying on me for something, I am really good about making sure that gets done. When I have to rely on myself, I can easily just say, I don't feel like doing that today, so I'm gonna do something else. But when someone else is relying on me, I can't really be like that. It really forced me to get into this routine, and my business has improved because of that. I didn't have any routines. I was very just like wandering, oh, what am I doing with my life type of thing. And now I still feel like that, but I'm a lot more routined. I also did a few jobs on Upwork this year, and let me just tell you, finding jobs on there could be a part-time job. Like it takes so long to find a job that pays decently, a trustworthy source. It just takes so much time. But I did get to do some jobs over the summer, kind of when I was thinking like designing wasn't for me anymore. I got to do some jobs on Upwork, and I think I made like $600 from one person, which was really cool to know that money is out there, but it took so long to find those jobs that it just didn't become a reliable thing. I also did a couple one-off projects like making a custom font. That was really cool. I didn't expect to be doing that, and that was something I now get to say I've done before. Overall, I do expect freelance to go down just because I'm losing a big chunk of it, but I think it's still a really rewarding part of my business, and I expect to continue doing it. Okay, so last but not least is affiliate income, and I'm just to be honest, these are really hard to track. I have Amazon affiliate, which is easily trackable, but then there's also like Creative Fabrica and Creative Market who kind of lump their money all together. So with Creative Fabrica, you literally cannot tell the difference between affiliate money and like actual sales money. So I just don't even use their affiliate program anymore because it's too hard to know if it's working and worth my time. Then with Creative Market, you can see a breakdown in your dashboard, but when you get paid, it all gets lumped together and there's no breakdown of what is what. So you have to like go search for that and know, was this in this payment? Or it just is a little bit more confusing to track. So to wrap up this video, I want to talk about some of my business predictions or manifestations for 2024. In a previous video, I talked about my goals for this year, but I want to talk about some predictions. I think that Cricut will bring in part-time money on a consistent basis, and I know part-time is vague, but I have a number that I think is part-time income, and I really do think that this is the year it's going to happen, but I think it'll happen in at least 4 months, and then maybe I'll come close another few months because there is a slump of crafting. So I can't expect it every single month unless things like dramatically change. But anyways, that's beside the point. I am manifesting part-time. Really, I'm manifesting full-time income from them, but we're gonna start with part-time consistently. So that is prediction number 1. My next prediction is that my website sales will increase. I have a number that I want to get to on a monthly basis. It's going to start out small because my website sales currently are basically non-existent because I have neglected it for so long. We are working on Pinterest this year, and we are going to make my website start making money again. It is what it is. I think freelance will stay about the same or go down a little bit just because it's the entire year and I'm losing a big chunk. And last prediction I have for myself is that I think I'm going to get monetized on YouTube this year. And I know that's everyone's goal if they have a YouTube channel, and it's definitely mine, but this year I am putting more of a focus on reaching that and being consistent with uploads because I really fell off track last year because I just was so confused with where I wanted to go, but I think I'm feeling a little bit better about myself and the videos I want to make. So I think I'm going to get monetized on YouTube this year, but I don't think it's going to bring in a ton of money this year. But I think maybe in 2025 it'll be more of an income stream. We'll see. And those are my predictions for 2024. Here's to hoping this year is so much better for my mental health, my clarity, my self-confidence, and obviously income. I'd love to know if these types of videos are ones that you are interested in. Would you want to see them quarterly or just yearly? I think both of them are really fun to watch. And I'd love to know if there's anything in your sales breakdown that surprised you this year.